If you're not paying for this game, if you think the price is too high, you're the reason that this industry can no longer afford to take risks. You are the reason. You are the direct correlation between companies not wanting to invent and companies falling back on this safe play.
Well, guys, it's a sad day for all of us, because I've found out today that all of us who don't want to pay $70 for The Last of Us Remake are the reason that no one in the game industry wants to take risks and make good games. And because I've made a few videos talking shit about The Last of Us Remake, I'd like to make my formal apology here. I have made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. What we came across that day on the internet was obviously unplanned. The reactions you saw on tape were raw, they were unfiltered. None of us knew how to react or how to feel. I should have never posted the videos. I should have put the camera down and stopped recording what we were going through. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, I apologize to anyone who has seen the video. I want to apologize to anyone who has been affected and no longer wants to buy The Last of Us Remake because of my videos. But most importantly, I want to apologize to the developers at Naughty Dog. For my fans who are defending my actions, please don't. I don't deserve to be defended. The goal with my content is always to entertain, to push boundaries, to be all-inclusive. I made a huge mistake. I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologize. I'm ashamed of myself, I'm disappointed in myself, and I promise to do better. I will do better, thank you. Right, that joke went on for way too long, so let's get into the actual video. What's up, CS Nation? It's your boy, Jordan CS No here, and welcome back to another cringy-ass video on the dark web. And in today's video, oh boy, do we have a pretty special video, because I honestly think today we have found possibly one of, if not the, worst takes on The Last of Us Remaster. Like, honestly, it is such a dogshit take, it's unbelievable. Like, this dude has a complete fucking meltdown because of the possibility that people wouldn't be able to afford or wouldn't want to buy The Last of Us Remake for $70. Like, this video is just hilariously bad. The video in question comes from a channel by the name of Dead Metal Media, and it's titled, Why You Need, in all caps, to Buy The Last of Us Remake. And I have to be honest with you guys, after watching this video, I am completely convinced that we should all buy The Last of Us Remake. Like, forget the fact that it's a complete ripoff, them charging you $70 for the same game that came out like, what, 9 years ago, just because it has improved graphics. We need to buy this game, otherwise we are the reason that game developers don't want to take risks. Yes, you heard me right, he tries to say that in the video. Now, I would try and convince you myself that you should buy this game, but I think he does it better. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this video.
Imagine my surprise when after the trailer, after the gameplay reveal, after all the marketing material comes out for the remake, not remaster, the remake of the greatest video game to ever grace our medium as long as it has existed, is not being met with celebratory comments and hype and a pre-order train.
Yeah, I know guys, what the fuck? How dare you not blindly hype up and pre-order this game? Like, what about all that marketing material they created to get you excited and hyped up for the game? I mean, who knew that when a company blatantly tries to rip off their consumers and overcharge them, that their consumers would be unhappy with it? I mean, plot twist of the fucking century, guys. I certainly didn't know that. I mean, sarcasm aside, what the fuck did you expect to happen? Like, they're charging $70, which is already too high of a price for an old game, because it has better graphics now.
But it is instead being met by a barrage of negativity, a bunch of cheap-ass tightwads claiming that the game's not worth $70.
Yeah, that's right, guys. If you don't think that better graphics and pretty much no gameplay enhancements is worth $70, then you're a cheap-ass tightwad. I mean, honestly, this video is already off to a great start.
And just a copious amount of disrespect for the blood, sweat, tears, and hours that the folks over there at Naughty Dog have poured into this.
Oh no, the poor developers! They poured so many hours into this. So that means we are all morally obligated to buy this game, no matter the price that they charge for it. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Now, the other thing here that I hear people complaining about is the price. $70. How egregious that Naughty Dog, how egregious that Sony put out a game that costs more being made from the ground up than it did back in the day when it originally launched.
I know, right? I really don't understand why people are so outraged by this. I mean, it's not like they're selling you just the same thing from 9 years ago, with the only change being better graphics or anything like that, and charging you more money for it.
I understand that you all, I mean, first off, you're clearly very cheap.
You know, I think it's just more that we don't like getting overcharged for goods and services that we don't need. Especially when it's just an obvious cash grab, like in this case.
You're very poor, alright? And I'm not mocking your poverty, but there's something to be said for crying on the internet about a $70 game that you don't have to buy.
I know, right? Maybe some people just want to be able to afford things or something like that. I mean, I couldn't imagine wanting something to be at a reasonable price so that I can afford it. No, I love being overcharged for things.
But I'm here to tell you, not only do you have that flexibility not to buy it, I'm gonna convince you to buy it. I'm gonna sell you on The Last of Us Remake. The Last of Us Part 1 Remake right here and right now.
Damn, guys, he's gonna sell us on The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. And he ain't even being paid for it. I mean, really, I think Sony should just hire him.
And by the end of this video, I personally guarantee that you will have a locked-in pre-order PlayStation 5, The Last of Us Part 1.
I mean, bro, I don't even own a PlayStation 5, so...
If you do not, please reach out to me, and I will award you an honorary token for defeating the Great Dead Medal.
I mean, I don't own a PlayStation 5, so I can't really pre-order the game. So, yeah, I'll take my medal.
I don't have any of those because, spoiler alert, you're already on Amazon's page, and your mouse is already hovering over the pre-order button, you're just waiting for the right argument.
I mean, you sure about that one, Chief? I mean... I'm here recording this shitty response video. Oh, fuck, shit, shit.
Alright, first thing people are complaining about when it comes to the $70 price point is that this is half a game. The original game came with factions. Now, we're being asked to pay more money for less of a game, and to that I say this.
I mean, it's a fair point, considering, you know, not only should you not be paying $70 for the game in the first place, but you also shouldn't be paying that when they've removed content. Like, I think the least that you can ask for if they're gonna remake the game and not give you any extra content is that it doesn't have less content. I'd like to clarify that I would be fine with them removing the multiplayer if they actually added any new content to the story.
The Last of Us is worth $60. The Last of Us is worth $70. The Last of Us, again, is a cultural phenomenon. Think of the odds that you were blessed with. You got so lucky. You could have been born back with the Aztecs. You could have been born back with the ancient Egyptians, but instead you were born now to witness video game history in The Last of Us.
Yeah, I know, guys. We should really be thankful that we weren't born back with the Aztecs. Or the ancient Egyptians. I mean, we really owe it to Sony that we weren't born 1,000 years ago. Like they had any fucking influence over it.
It is the greatest game, so yes, I will pay $60. Yes, I will pay $70. I would pay $300 for a standard digital edition of The Last of Us Part 1 because it brings that much content, that much fun, that much of an impactful experience to the table.
Okay, now surely it's gotta be against YouTube terms of service to punch down this intellectually low.
okay? And you should be willing to pony up the dough for art too.
Yeah, I know, guys. We should all be like Dead Metal Gaming and be willing to pay $300 for a single game. I mean, now I just feel bad making this video. Like, it feels like I'm making fun of a child.
If you're not paying for this game, if you think the price is too high, you're the reason that this industry can no longer afford to take risks. You are the reason. You are the direct correlation between companies not wanting to invent and companies falling back on this safe play.
Dude, shut the fuck up. What fucking risk is there here? They're remaking an old game, which is already sold well. There's no fucking risk here. The biggest risk they took was charging $70 for it.
We're just lucky that Naughty Dog blessed us with The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2 before that really took effect. Before all of you idiots formed a hive mind and decided that suddenly originality wasn't worth paying for anymore.
I'm sorry, what? What fucking originality is there in a remake? It literally isn't original. It already fucking exists. It's the same thing. Unless it means that people aren't willing to pay $70 for games, which, you know. Do I need to tell you that $70 for a game is a fucking ripoff? Like, I'm sure you've got more than 60 IQ points.
Furthermore, Naughty Dog is blessing you. They are giving you the privilege of paying $70, which is well below what it's worth, for The Last of Us Part 1 single-player experience.
I know, guys, we should all just feel #blessed, because Naughty Dog are charging us $70 for a remake of a game with less content than the original game, and no significant improvement outside of graphics. I mean, we should have to pay them more. I'm sure this clown would love that.
And then they are going to allow you the opportunity to pay another $70 for the Factions remake.
I mean, guys, you know what's better than one ripoff? Two. Okay, I mean, you gotta love how he's just talking about this like it's them allowing us the privilege of buying their game. I mean, #blessed, guys, am I right?
This can be summarized in a single sentence, folks.
Corporate meat riding.
Naughty Dog gave you a bargain back on the PlayStation 3, and now time has come to collect.
Oh yeah, guys, they've come to collect, because they gave you a bargain originally. Like, all the developers at Naughty Dog, they struggled to feed their families off the original game. I mean, you know, it's not like the game sold a bunch of copies or anything like that and made them heaps of money. No, absolutely not. There was no profit incentive for them whatsoever.
This game has been heralded as Christ amongst the peasants in the video gaming community. It smashed the Video Game Awards. It slingshotted the PlayStation 3. It also slingshotted the PlayStation 4. Now, we've all been bowing down at the altar of The Last of Us, and it's time not just to tithe, but it's time to donate. It's time to pay these wonderful creators what they're worth, and I will do it.
Yeah, guys, we owe it to them to pay more, because, you know, this multi-million-dollar company needs the money more than you, who's probably stuck working their 9-to-5 job with less than $1,000 to their name. But yeah, you owe it to Naughty Dog to pay them your hard-earned money.
The moment The Last of Us Factions goes up, $70, $80, don't care, not a lot of money to me, I will lock in a pre-order. Do you know why? I will give you a moment. Do you know why I am willing to do this?
Is it because we all owe poor Naughty Dog our money because they work so hard on these games that they definitely aren't making for profits or anything like that? Because as we all know, video game companies and developers definitely don't care about profits.
It is because I am willing to pay for revolutionary experiences that this industry simply does not offer anymore.
Have you played Elden Ring, my guy?
I am willing to pay more. I'm willing to pay extra. I'm willing to pay double.
I'm sorry, dude, but Jim Ryan ain't gonna fuck you, bro.
Over. What I initially paid for the experience is I'm willing to deliver and crafted and created and curated with the utmost quality. I played The Last of Us launched amazing game, best of the original, a lot of ways, I didn't have a single glitch. I personally I wish I got charged us, not upgrade to the PS5 version. But again, that's selflessness. The dropping the Steam, that's selflessness. They are so fucking amazing. I cannot wait to give them more money.
You know, I'm convinced that Sony ponies are the sole reason that a lot of companies basically just see their consumers as walking, talking wallets and think that they're complete fucking idiots that will just let them take more of their money. I mean, this guy isn't exactly disproving that theory. Although I honestly do feel sorry for the regular PlayStation fans that get associated with dickheads like this.
Like, this is it, folks. Like, you want to break it down talking about the graphics don't look that much better. First off, bullshit.
I think it's less about the fact that the graphics don't look that much better, and more about the fact that they're charging you more money for just the graphics. Like, I don't care how good the graphics look. They should not be charging you more for just that. Like, at very least, they should have added some new content.
They remade this entire game from the ground up. We're talking like, if you look at OG Resident Evil 2 compared to the Resident Evil 2 remake that came out in 2019, this is that level of a leap.
No, it fucking isn't, because with the Resident Evil 2 remake, there's a 20-year difference between that game and the original. And there aren't like 3 remasters of Resident Evil 2 either. As well, it's priced for $50, not $70. So really, they aren't comparable.
Like, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, I know you probably can't see it because you're so poor, you're so angry about having to spend $70 on a quality product that's going to only increase your enjoyment of this game. You're probably playing on a 720p TV from 2010. So yeah, you're probably not going to see any real stark improvement.
Yeah, that's right, guys. If you don't want to shell out $70 for a game with basically no gameplay difference, only for better graphics, then it's because you're poor and you don't have a HD TV, you peasant. Honestly, does this guy just get out of bed in the morning and think like, man, I really want to be a fucking dickhead today?
But people like me who are not afraid to pay for quality, who are not afraid to pay for a superior experience.
Bro, it's the same experience with a new coat of paint. Like, you aren't getting anything new here.
And then people are going to point to that leaked gameplay saying that that somehow proves they didn't put in the work. That gameplay looks absolutely, completely, 110% different than the gameplay found in The Last of Us or The Last of Us Remastered. It's a completely different experience.
I mean, if you needed proof that Sony fanboys can't judge games past graphics, you have it now. Anyway, there really isn't much interesting that happens for the rest of his video, so that's where I'm gonna wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter, @JordanCSNo. Subscribe to the second channel, JordanCS2. Links to both of those in the description. Join the Discord server, link to that is also in the description. Please don't send any hate over to Death Metal Media, it's really unneeded. But, that's all for today's video, so until the next one, I don't know, bro. I'm not your dad, I can't really tell you what to do. Have a nice life.